Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to Pyre on PlayFrame and space, kind of. We're choosing our next destination, which is this, Trieste, the Silver Star. Can't wait to learn that this is pronounced Trieste. Looking forward to it. The Silver Star burns bright over the fissured lands of Black Basin. Oh. So many wild designs in this game. It's kind of hard to absorb all of it at once, even though we spend so much time staring at each screen and area, like, it is so abstract and alien that I feel like I'd need to go back through each of these places a few times to sort of fully parse and absorb all of it, which I kind of love. Like, the effect is really cool. Anyway, still further north then. Not simply north. This shall prove difficult. What's the problem? Our destination is beyond the deathless tempest. A vessel such as ours has little hope of traversing it intact. A tempest raging in the Sea of Solace, seemingly for all eternity. The storm that arose after the death of the sea titan Unfathomed Plurnes. Come on, man. Never has entirely subsided. Can't we go around it? Given our confrontation with the Pyre Hearts, our chances back in worm-held waters would be even worse. Come on, people. It'll be just another day in the downside. Go get yourself some sleep while we still can. Bet you'll feel better in the morning. Your optimism is infectious. Isn't it? You all concur that rest is in order, for the sea journey has been taxing to everyone. Come daybreak, you shall have to find a way to sail past the deathless tempest. Let's check in on the gang and the Tizo specifically. Tizo has been in a rather cheerful mood since being out at sea and seems pleased to see you. Likewise. Tizo is grateful at having had the opportunity to catch a fish, for old time's sake. Tizo's asking if you want to know why he loves fishing so much. More than anything, Tizo. You sense his inquiry is rhetorical in nature, so you anticipate his response. Tizo loves catching fish because he hates them and everything they stand for. Supergiant games really just are wonderful little treats, aren't they? Boy, I can't wait for Hades 2. I know it's here. I can't wait for it to be... You know what I mean. He has devoted his life to the eradication of their kind ever since they killed his family. Oh. He seems on the verge of tears, though, as far as you're aware, imps cannot cry. Then he leers at you, eyes wide, expecting a response. It seems he told you a joke. And you can kind of see it even in the face. That's sort of like, get it? How to respond to Tizo's attempt at humor? Laugh heartily. Tizo seems like he could use encouragement, assuming what he said was, in fact, jest. It was a noble effort, though perhaps you do not yet fully grasp the nuance of imp humor. Now is not the time for Tizo to be making jokes. You're on a very serious quest. Now that won't do. Laughing too heartily might be, like... I want to encourage, if that was jokes, if we're misreading the intent of the statement, though, and that was actually serious statement, laughing heartily at Tizo's family being consumed by fish, may not be received well. We'll go with a more moderate response. You smile and nod in the most encouraging way possible, though without being insincere about it, following Tizo's joke. He stares at you sidelong for a moment. Tizo admits the real reason he loves catching fish is because Falcon Ron pays a lot of soul for them. He shrugs at you and bounces off. More hope for the next rite, though. I enjoy hanging out with Tizo. Hey, do you have anybody that you want me to, like, bring in for training? I was beginning to wonder when you would return. You have invoked Sandra. No scribe trials to do, though, huh? You know, let's just see what the practice rites are like. You express your interest in the practice rites. It seems to be a way to practice conducting the rites without all the pressures of the real thing. Certainly, reader. That is why I'm here. See you in that blasted book in just a moment. My Beyonders shall be waiting. Pretty. Like the rest of it, I suppose. This place. So we're back. Look there. Our host approaches. Sandra appears and looks upon your fellow exiles. Welcome to the practice rites. Thanks. Great to be back. Love the decor, honest. Silence, Kerr. You're fortunate your readers summoned you again. You could use a little discipline. Now come forth. Let's see how capable you are. In the practice rites, no enlightenment is awarded. You may train here with your fellow exiles as much as you wish, or press the start button to return to the wagon at any time. Oh, nice. I do quite appreciate the ability to warm up. I don't know how you two are gaining experience so slowly. You'll get there, I guess. Doesn't really sound like this is even like a full match-length thing. If you're ready then, Nightwings, grasp the orb and we shall train with you. We begin. Did not expect the words on the ground, the text rather, to be blocking me. Ah, didn't quite get past it. Whoop. Got you too. You're all down. Boom. Nice. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Back to the wagon. Yeah, I appreciate the ability to do that for a warm-up now and then, as needed. Especially if we start getting some characters who play very differently. Like, Tizo is quite a different character to play, and I don't really feel like I've been taking advantage of them and their skills properly. No surprise, I guess. I am just kind of getting started. Your vision returns as the effects of the Beyonder crystal dissipate. Time seems to have stood still while you experience the vision. Very convenient. But okay, this journey must continue. Rookie spots some wreckage in the area and believes there could be valuables to find at Ragged Rock. The north current toward Stormwall passes by old carcasses of ships long gone. But Tizo seems very eager to see the wagon head in this direction toward the Froth Sea. The south current toward Stormwall brims with large sea creatures. Yeah, Tizo, we did things your way last time. Let's give someone else a turn. The remnants of a shattered fleet do little to raise the confidence of your companions, given that the massive deathless tempest rages to the north, not far from your position. We ought to be more concerned with that storm than in fighting Trinket's Greentail. Oh, relax, Jody, and let me do my job. I don't show up when you're out there, keeping watch, and start telling you to come off it, now do I? You interrupt me in the middle of my work no fewer than 4 times per day. They go on like this for some time before turning to you. Investigating the wreckage is going to take time, but you may find something to show for it. Continue searching the wreckage? Yeah, why not? Rookie's rarely mistaken when it comes to matters of finding valuables. Jadariel's correct in that your focus ought to be on finding passage to your destination. We can do one, then the other. You suggest it may well be worthwhile to continue searching through the wreckage after having come this far. Rookie grins wide. Knew you'd see it my way, chum. Now let's see what we can get. After an exhaustive search. Sorry, chum. I think I was just chasing the refraction of the sun or something. There's nothing down there. Jodariel fumes at all this, but says nothing. Sorry. But what if, Jodariel? What if it had been a shiny? You and your companions look upon the deathless tempest. The stars demand you sail beyond it, yet the very thought is beyond reason. Then, something in the water nearby stirs, and from it springs something familiar. Fantastic. Hold, good ladies and good sirs! This knight beseeches you to hear him, if you please! What is it now, Wyrm? The rites are ended. We have no further need of you. Oh, but you do! And in turn, the knight has further need of you, good lady! Out with it, then. Let us be joined! Let this knight join you, please! Yes, absolutely. Are you kidding me? Can you believe this, Hedwyn? Not really, no. Nay, look ye not so surprised. Your valor in the rites did stir this poor knight's soul. He swears to you upon his long-lost honor as would-be knight-errant of the Sea Dominion that he shall serve you to the end. What about your other worm friends back there, the Pyre hearts? They are base cowards! This knight can no longer abide such spineless characters, having witnessed true glory in our clash upon the hulk of Oris. Never before have we been trounced so thoroughly. And furthermore, this knight shall aid your passage through the deathless tempest. Is it not so that you seek passage to the north? With this knight's aid, you shall achieve your wish. Sir Gilman continues to persuade you for quite some time. He seems to know a way across the storm, some sort of long-held secret among worms exiled to these waters. Jodariel pulls the rest of you aside after Hedwyn gives her a look. Are you most sure that Sandalwood would want this thing along? Mostly sure. Sandalwood wants someone for each mask, and this one seems about as good as we're gonna get. Jodariel glowers back at the worm, who tries his best to look presentable. Hedwyn is more gracious. He tells Sir Gilman that if he promises to help you across the deathless tempest, then he can come along, for now. This knight is overjoyed, and he hereby swears to see you pass the storm. Though first, this knight requires your consent. Give unto this knight your blessings in the name of the Nightwings, and thus shall he go forth. Sir Gilman seems to be asking your permission for something? Yes? Tentatively agree to whatever he is asking so he can get on with it already. As you begin to say something in response, Sir Gilman cries out in triumph. He vanishes into the depths. Yet, through this close encounter with him, you cling to some sense of where he's going and what he intends to do. Sir Gilman is determined to help you cross the deathless tempest. This is the best possible news. I will help to see this mission through. Determined to prove himself to you and the Nightwings, Sir Gilman emerges somewhere in the outer reaches of the Sea of Solis and calls out to you. Master Reader, if you can hear this knight, then he implores you now. Lend him your guidance. This knight's objective ought be not far east of here. Today we shall bring peace to the embroiled sea. Know, however, that among this knight's brethren, the actions we are about to take are highly forbidden. But they are highly just. Thus, Sir Gilman sets forth to quell the storm that rages to the north. We traverse the reef. Yes. Okay, we can jump. We can slash. Ooh. And we can slither. We're pretty fast. Jump. Jump. Oh. Hark! Yonder lie the foul spawn of unfathomed Plurnes, boiling the seas with their wrath. The sea titan, once slain by the scribe under King Oris, her brood lies dormant in the sea. Tales of her monstrosity long spread across the world. The Book of Rites. Exiled worms within these waters long have harbored these abominations, using them to bar passage through the downside's channels for any save this night's own kind. Begone now from here, fiends! This night shall finish what the Under King Ores started! Let us banish the foul spawn. Yeah. Huh. Well, I'm trying to press B to slash to the end of Gilman's trail, but it keeps on kind of bouncing me backward. Seems to be a move that sort of like slides you opposite, or maybe I'm just bouncing off these things. Guess I'm just supposed to attack the bubbles. Not the shiny things. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Ha-ha! Oh. Uh-oh. Hold it right there, you traitorous slug! How dare you turn your back on this knight to your superior! Superior by rank, no longer, for we no longer serve the Commonwealth. Last this night checked. Here you hold no sway over this night. Ah! And what have you done to the spawn? Have you no honor left at all? This knight has done that which required doing. His honor cannot sink much lower anyhow. He figured this would be an ideal time to free himself from servitude to you. Why, you dare to staunch the Tempest for those Nightwings? Good Sir Deluge. This knight was born to dare. Now come and fight this knight if you so dare as well. Pyre Hearts, banish him! This is an order! Oh dear. Take cover. Haha! It is difficult to aim one's slash move. But we do leave like a dangerous trail. That's pretty cool. It is like playing Snake. That is delightful. What now, Sir Deluge? Shall you not face this knight yourself and leave the dirty work unto your charges? Fine, Gilman. You wish to stand against your commander? Then have it your way. Sir Marsh, Lady Seagrass, to me. Banish now this troublemaker. Who are these? Sir Marsh is a Wyrm-Knight, duty-bound to serving Sir Deluge and the Pyre Hearts. Lady Seagrass is a Wyrm-Knight, who is also that. Here we go. Got you. Ow. You see, Gilman? You shall ever be inferior, even amongst the weakest of our kind. Gilman? Where did you go? Gilman? Gilman! But Sir Gilman's banishment served as the perfect ruse for him to elude his adversaries and return to his newfound allies. Ah. This knight would say it was an honor serving you, Sir Deluge, but that would be a bald-faced lie, and yet another stain upon his blackened reputation. Until we meet again! Oh, wait, you lowly traitor! This knight will have your head! Gilman! I wonder how things would have gone differently if we'd fully succeeded on that stuff. Like, that's an aspect of this game that I've heard about, that it is, at the very least, in any one of these rights matches that we do, if you lose, it's not like game over or do-over, the story continues, but you did lose. And it affects how the story goes moving forward. I don't really know how, but that's interesting. And I assume that this little encounter here kind of works the same way. Very curious to know what sort of things change. Anyway, as the day wears on, there's still no sign of the Wyrm-Knight. Your companions grow restless, but then... Hail! This knight returns with newfound tales to tell and new scars to show for them. Sir Gilman is sopping wet and visibly shaken. He struggles to maintain decorum. He is, in short, the very image of a Wyrm-Knight. And more importantly, that little Tempest ought no longer pose a threat for now. Behold! As if on cue, the deathless Tempest begins to simmer and subside. Such heroism. Oh, would you look at that? He really did it. Of course this knight did it! Now, if it would be all right with you, this knight could really use some shut-eye. The Wyrm-Knight then collapses in exhaustion. You and Hedwyn help him up. A deal's a deal, Sir Gilman. Welcome to the Night Wings. Huzzah! Sir Gilman joined the group. Also revealed a path north for you. Bid him welcome. This is phenomenally good news. If not for my voice, then for our entertainment. Sir Gilman revealed a gap in the storm that seems safe enough to traverse. We'll find out. Ooh. Deathless Tempest. With Sir Gilman's aid, you managed to breach the Tempest. You were true to your word, Wyrm. I'll give you that. But now what? We're stranded in this cursed storm. A most excellent question, and from one most fair. Call me that once more, and I'll tie you in a knot. Ah, and from one most spirited as well. This knight was wise to side with the... Just... where do we turn from here? Answer the question, now. Sir Gilman does no such thing. Although, eventually he does make note of a specific current that should lead you to the lands beyond. If I may, I can corroborate Sir Gilman's account. We are close to making landfall. Then let me be the first to say, let's go. You are on the verge of sailing across the Sea of Solis. Say, Tariq. Hi, Rookie, what is it? That loot you're always carrying around. You know how to play that thing, don't you? Why, I suppose I do. Good, because I was thinking it's a little gloomy here. We could use a little tune to lighten up the mood, know what I mean? Aye. Well then, let me see what I can do. Good call, Rookie. Quite nice. Sir Gilman claims the downside's northern landmass should be just beyond these waters of the Black Basin. Let's go.
The misty morning over the brine belies a leaden sky. The stars all hide away from the chill until the evening rise.
Like, everyone at Supergiant brings so much to these games, clearly. Like, I love that they've got Darren Korb over there as sort of like their sound and audio and music lead. It lends all of their work really distinct character, which, again, they'd have anyway because they've got a lot of fantastic artists and writers and designers and everything over there who are also contributing to how uniquely fantastic Supergiant's games are, but I'm just so impressed with their work all the time. They're so consistently good. Like, even if one of their games doesn't happen to be for you, and there's enough variety between them that it's pretty much guaranteed that at least one of them is going to be like at least kind of lukewarm for you compared to the others. They're always interesting though, right? They're like worth experiencing once, if nothing else. At last, your wagon rumbles onto solid, jagged ground, the land called Black Basin. Your fellow exiles unpack the wagon so you can take stock of how best to reach your destination. Black glass, searing vapor, and strangling forests mark the forsaken lands that loom across the sea. The 8 scribes first discovered this, the northern landmass of the downside. Who wants to check in? Perfection. Ooh, also, Sir Gilman's crest. Official certification of knighthood in the Commonwealth, oft sought by Wyrm-Knights. So glad you're here. You approach Sir Gilman, who must have just finished practicing his fencing maneuvers. Somehow. He regards you with his single eye. Hail, Master Reader! This knight is determined to train harder, having joined the famous Nightwings. He shall ensure that this triumvirate continues to live up to its most feared reputation. This is such an honor, and this knight has a great deal of honor to regain. Such expressive art, too. Having fled the Pyre hearts, this knight fully expects now to conduct the rites in a most honorable fashion, to the fullest letter of the law described within the books. Some triumvirates this knight has met, and perchance mentioned by name, they are inclined to bend the rules a bit, sometimes a lot, and to prevail by any means they can. But this is wrong! The exile who refuses to obey the rules, as they were written by the Underking Ores and his 7 friends, deserves neither his honor nor his freedom. Thusly does this knight have the confidence the master reader shall resist any temptations to conduct the rites in any underhanded fashion. Now then, this knight must undergo a thorough cleansing, having trained until the point of foulness. So, please excuse him, master reader. He slithers off, humming some sort of chivalrous tune. Well, I mean, we are all pretending to be the Nightwings, so that aspect is somewhat underhanded, I guess, but otherwise I feel like we've been pretty much on the up and up. Right, drive imps. Okay. Let us survey the surroundings. You find that Hedwyn has asked for several volunteers to scout the area and report back. All right, everyone. Don't go too far, and let's meet back by dusk. Please, use caution. The exiles dwelling in these lands are, well, rather territorial. For your part, you remain with the Black Wagon to keep watch. You see occasional dark shapes soaring across the sky, but none of them draw near enough for you to see in any detail. Eventually, your companions make their way back, and everyone arrives as planned or earlier. Hi, everyone. I'm back. I've come back. Shay returns from the east with little to report, save for word that the glowing molten rock there is very, very hot. This knight yet lives, although he has little else to report. The newest member of the group, Sir Gilman, returns from a northern pass, visibly shaken. He appears to have discovered an intense fear of heights. Oh dear. Tizo wonders whether any species of fish lives in the pools or rocks nearby. The little imp Tizo seems disappointed to have left the water behind. He remains with you, near to the wagon. There's a western pass that seems traversable. If we travel by the light of dawn, the shadows and the crags may well cover our advance against whomever may be watching. Begging your pardon, I do not wish to contradict your strategy, madam, though, in my experience, we shall not remain hidden for long during the climb toward the nest of Trieste. Which is, according to the stars, the next rite's happening there, right. The exiled Harp matriarch lived in solitude among these very cliffs. I don't know what a Harp matriarch is, but it sounds cool. The exiles of the High-Wing remnants. You may have no love for them inherently, but they have no such qualms with me, for now. I may be able to negotiate safe passage. The last surviving faction of the Winged Harps, the ancient enemies of the Commonwealth. They're as coarse as their feathers. They hold themselves superior, says the Archjustice and Androbeles the Ninth. Negotiate with them. Then Hedwyn steps in as the lone minstrel bows and backs away. Hey, let's not decide on this just yet. We're not going anywhere right now. That much we can agree on. We'll decide how best to go ahead come morning. For now, let's take the rest of the afternoon and get our bearings. Jodariel glares at the sky as everyone else disperses. Let's practice some vocations. Forage for resources, study in private. Let's mentor a companion. Having gleaned knowledge from the Book of Rites, you can impart some of its teachings. As each exile's path toward enlightenment is personal, you will have to mentor them one at a time. Well, I assume this is just giving a bit of a experience bump, which Hedwyn could definitely use, and Shay, and definitely Gilman. You know, Gilman, you're newest here, why not? This knight shall be your eager protege. Oh, I know it. You illustrate to Sir Gilman some of the intricacies of the rites, focusing on how all three in a triumvirate can move and act as of one mind. You sense he grasps some of the concepts. Hey, yeah, that helped quite a lot. Great wisdom clouds over this knight's entire consciousness. Wow, yeah, private lessons given a full 1,000. Pretty good. It's like 2 or 3 matches worth. Let's see what your masteries are like. Depths of the Sea Sojourner. Enhancing a worm's carefree and unpredictable nature. The Underking traveled all across the seas and survived many perilous adventures. And Tactics of the Underking. Enhancing maneuvers inspired by their traditional undersea warfare. There's no limbless undersea-faring warrior who has surpassed Underking Oris, though his kind keeps trying. Let's see. If Sir Gilman and all his allies are banished, he shall instantly return. Cool. After Sir Gilman banishes an adversary, one of his banished allies shall instantly return. Very interesting. Once per round, when saluting his adversary, Sir Gilman freezes all exiles for 3 seconds. When all allies are banished, he moves faster than usual and temporarily has infinite stamina. For 10 seconds after banishing an adversary, he deals an additional 10 to the adversary's pyre. It's very about banishing. After using his slash, he can use it again to instantly return to his previous position. Sir Gilman's slash banishes adversaries in a wider area of effect, or after using his slash, he instantly recovers all of his stamina. Wow. This is very cool. It's really tough to choose. We'll try this. Wow! This knight has never before understood the value of the written word. Glad you enjoyed. Okay. We continue. Choices. The Black Shore. Jadariel wishes to avoid the harps by staying on low ground. The low road to the nest of Trieste passes through razor-sharp sands. Or Highwing Cove. The lone minstrel believes he can negotiate safe passage with the harps via this path. High road to the nest of Trieste, patrolled by the Commonwealth's ancient enemies. Jadariel, let's let you have your way on this one. The shattered lands of Black Shore prove difficult to traverse for the Black Wagon. Jadariel searches for a solid path forward to little avail. Fie on these blasted lands. How are we to proceed through this? Perhaps I may be of some assistance. This place is not so unfamiliar to me, nor are its hidden denizens. Please remain with the others until I return, madam. I shall not be long. The minstrel disappears into the cliffs before Jadariel can protest. In the meantime, you and she continue to keep watch, sensing unseen eyes. The last time that one disappeared on us, we searched for him for days. But this time, he soon returns. I have secured safe passage through the nest of Trieste. We may proceed. Secured safe passage with whom, exactly? Just then, a winged woman dives down from the sky. She looks Jadariel up and down, and then she soars away without a word. The lone minstrel says nothing more either. Jadariel's scowl deepens. For centuries, the Commonwealth withstood the High Wing Remnant's treacherous assaults, thanks to soldiers such as she. That's a lot of hope lost. And I chose your path on this one. I think we've arrived, though. At last you arrive at the nest of Trieste, where the next rite is soon to commence. You cannot shake the feeling that unseen eyes watched your wagon's ascent, and remain watching now. Unsettling, but hey, we've revealed a page, and also we can shop. Oh, hey, you guys, what brings you way out here? No, wait, don't tell me, I don't want to know. All I want is you to get the best deals in the downside. Thank you. Any adversaries banished by the bearer take longer to return. Pretty cool. After dousing the adversary's pyre, the bearer's pyre is restored by 5. It's not bad. I'll take one of those. Maybe two. Yeah, sure. Fine collection. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Now about that new reading. The Hunt for Myrrh, in the words of Gol Golathanian, Master General. My emperor lay there, bleeding and alone, stranded in a bitter land beyond the river. With fleeting consciousness, he understood the folly of his quest, and the folly of his rule over his country. Thus did he await the last embrace. It was the imp Haub that nursed him back to health, and warned him often of the dangers he would have to face. Many enemies of Myrrh would come in search for him, some under employment by the rope collar, some longing openly for cold, uncomplicated vengeance. I was one of them. I plunged into the river willingly. We needed to be sure that he was dead. Yeah, I sense that at some point in a later episode, we're just going to go back through and reread all of this straight through. When it's a little bit easier to sort of contain. Goodness, there's actually going to be a lot of this, though. We're still in Chapter 1. I really don't know what the full, structure of this game is or how it works. It's been pretty linear so far, but... Well, I mean, linear, obviously, you can choose little branching paths and lots of little choices along the way, but, yeah, I don't know if, if there's a looping aspect to this, or... I have no idea. Curious to find out. Well, let's commence right. We got a game to win. You and your fellow exiles gather on the blasted lands called the Nest of Trieste, expecting the imminent commencement of the rites. You see no sign of any adversaries, but then you hear a whooshing sound above. This, then, is what passes for the Nightwings now. Such a rabble, not even dressed for the occasion yet. It seems the scribes have little pride in their tradition. Hold your tongue, little bird. We've not come for talk. No, you've come on behalf of your commonwealth. Mark well my words, you horned filth. When at last we free ourselves, your home shall burn. Angry Jodariel. With that, the harp swoops off as Jodariel glowers after her. Let's read a little bit about this. Harps are winged warriors from the mountain outskirts of the Commonwealth, where they are feared. They fled to their mountain nests, awaiting the day when they would darken the skies and retake the land. It is only then that you realize another harp has come. She's quite serious, I assure you. I can help you sort her out. It's in our mutual interest. You know not of my interest. Let's give this another shot. Hi, my name's Pamitha Thane. Nice to meet you. She appears to be one of the winged harps of the High Wing remnants, now bound in exile. The surly one back there, that was my blood sister. No need to judge her harshly, though. We've only met just now, though I must say, something about you reminds me of her. How dare you implicate that I have anything in common with your ilk? Just then, Hedwyn shows up to intervene. He whispers something to Jodariel. No, Hedwyn, you cannot be serious. Jody, I'm asking you to trust me on this one. Am I perhaps interrupting something? Say, by the by, however did you make it all this way across the sea? Didn't see you fly in. Trust is something I'm loath to give away, Hedwyn. But you have set our course thus far, and I've followed, so do as you must. That sandalwood had better have an explanation for all this. Jodariel storms off as Hedwyn turns to you. What's your take on this one, my friend? Our informant wants someone for each mask. I hadn't expected we'd run into a harp, yet here she is. What are you getting from her? You turn your attention to Pamitha, who's been watching with bemused interest. Ah, a reader, are you? Pleased to make your acquaintance, darling. Well, here I am. Gaze intently all you like, and tell your comrade there the truth of it, why don't you? You sense that she is conflicted about something, though you do not know what. You also sense, however, that her motives here and now are earnest. Hedwyn wants to know your initial impression of Pamitha. She seems all right. You're willing to take Pamitha at her word and see in her the potential for a valuable new ally. It may be that her training gives her some resistance to your scrutiny, though. Having only met her, you cannot sense whether to trust her and defer to Hedwyn. You know, I'll be honest, I do not have any idea. You tell Hedwyn that you cannot adequately judge Pamitha just yet. While you have certain reservations, you defer to him on what to do. I understand, my friend, and I appreciate your backup on this one. Above all, I need to give Sandalwood the benefit of the doubt, which means doing the same right now for Pamitha. We've come this far thanks to a certain faith, and right now it's telling me to take her with us, even though Jodariel isn't going to like it. He then turns to Pamitha. I'm Hedwyn. We'll accept your offer on 2 conditions, if you'll hear me out. Conditions? Why sure, I love a good condition or 2. First, after we're finished here tonight, you come along and make sure that your blood sister and her friends don't give us any trouble when we're headed out. Second, you'll have to find a way to get along with Jodariel, whom you met earlier. Brilliant. I had no plans to stick around here anyway. As for your demon friend, no doubt we'll get on famously. Now, I don't suppose you have an extra set of raiments I could use? Because I think the rite's getting started. You look up and see that she's right. Pamitha Thane has joined you and has a score to settle. Welcome to the crew. We're usually very nice.
Frida, I thought for sure the stars would have eluded you by now.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Yet here you are, somehow, upon the nest of Trieste.
Hey, I said it right.
And you've swelled the ranks of your triumvirate not merely with another, but with 2. One from the Pyre heart, no less. And one who seeks the favor of the adversaries whom you'll imminently face. They are the essence. Winged terrors, as you soon shall see.
Goodness, the art in this game.
Can your longing for freedom match their hatred for the vibrant country that was once your home?
From a distance, you observe as Pamitha, now clad in Nightwing's raiments, heads toward your adversaries in the rites. You. What sort of heathen harp would dare take wing against us? Your new companion then loosens the bindings on her mask. Hello there, Tamitha. Pamitha's blood sister stares back at her a while before responding. What in the saint's name are you doing here with them? Saint Trieste Tithys, 5th of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Disciplined or the Blessed Born. The eldest of the Harp matriarchs, she anointed the Book of Rites and gave its words their power. Doubtless come to dig your talons in my back again. No, sister. I've come to have a word with you. Save it. I cannot help but share your poisoned blood, but I shan't ever count you as my sister. You expect me to believe that you came all this way for talk? You waste your time as ever. What's life if not a waste of time, dear sister? Give me a chance, why don't you? What do you even have to lose anymore? Besides, I've come a long way. Silence. You shan't have come here, and the time for talk is long since past. If only you could see yourself. Again, consorting with my enemies. Fine, then, savor their defeat. But I warn you, stay away from me. Pamitha says nothing more as her blood sister turns away again. Pamitha gets your attention. Listen to me, reader darling. The rest of you are ill-equipped to navigate this place. Let me conduct this rite on your behalf, and my wings shall bring you victory. Dear lady, your words ring true. This knight is flattered that you've not eaten him, as is the tendency among your kind. This knight hereby volunteers his post in the triumvirate for the... Sir Gilman refuses to participate in the rites this night so that Pamitha can face her sister, and also so that he, I guess, might not get eaten on the field. You observe the treacherous terrain. Pamitha should be better suited to the rites here than the rest of you.
Who shall strive for freedom?
So it's just you? Solo? Okay. It's gonna be tricky. Equip Righteous Flame in your cargo. Yeah, I mean, I guess I might as well. Have a talisman. Maybe we better boost it. Maybe again. It's not going to make a difference this time. We'll hold off. Well, I hope you're pretty good at rank 1. Well, I thought you'd never ask there, darling. I accept. If the little bird's going to conduct the rites for us, then I shall not. I didn't think... Oh, good. More of us are allowed. I was a little concerned. Well, Hedwyn, you could use experience. And also a... Goodness, you still don't have a talisman. Why don't you have a talisman? Huh. Well, get out there.
Hedwyn.
You can count on me, my friend. And also... Shay, you need the experience most.
Shay.
Why don't we all have wings? I want to have wings too.
No.
Come then, sister. Perhaps when we're finished here, you'll spare a moment of your time. I shan't be tricked by you again, Pamitha. How poetic that we meet here in the downside. I can think of nowhere else where I would rather see you rot for what you did. To our people and to me. Pamitha seems to sense your presence and then catches your attention. Hello there, reader darling. If I'm to be at your mercy in all this, I'd like it very much if you could minimize how often I'm to wallow in a state of banishment. Quickly, let me show you what we Sisters of the High Wing Remnants can do. Hold X to fly until stamina is depleted.
Put yourself amidst a feud between two sisters? That seems entirely unwise. Even for you.
I didn't ask you.
Tread lightly around that exiled Pamitha. Her kind's all but forgotten Saint Triesta's grace.
When I want sass from you, voice, I'll ask. Okay, so yeah, you can fly around. Neat. Quite good. Hold X until stamina depleted, okay? Press right trigger to dash. Pamitha's dash knocks others away. Okay, cool. Hold B to tackle. While tackling, Pamitha cannot be banished. All right, yeah, you are... So long as I'm playing you right, you are going to be pretty hard to banish. See, darling, we Harps, we're not so bad. Now I suppose we'd better get to work, Just don't go underestimating Tamitha over there. I trust you'll do the best you can. To the skies, sisters. Talon formation. Here goes.
Out to the flame.
Haha! Whoop. Close. There we go.
Favorable stop.
I thought so. Ah. Little too slow. That's fine. Whoop. Look out for that dash there. Go. Yes.
When plunged into their fire.
Boy, voice, you had fun with that one. Shay, was it? Tell me something. You know how to fly? No. I mean, I don't think I do. Then listen up. My blood sister there, she'll swoop right past you if you're careless. But we Harps simply cannot get much altitude down here. So if she goes for any unfair tricks, just jump for it and catch her in the act. She always hated when I used to do that to her. Oh, that's a good tip. And a good thing to watch out for. Press X to block adversaries. Okay.
Tread lightly.
I'll try. That was close. Nope. Flying. Haha.
She soared right in.
I know. I was there. Come on.
Yes.
Ah. Well, this gives me a chance to try to block. Yikes. Or to get completely taken out. Ah. Nope. Oof. They are quick though. Ah.
Oh, there goes Hedwyn.
Yeah. Gotcha. Ah, I tried to jump to interfere, but I guess if we're holding the thing, there we go. Oh, still didn't count as blocking, huh? Ah, there it is. Boy, look at the defense happening over here. Ah, too slow. Okay, yeah, y'all are playing a little bit more aggressively now. No. Come on, I want to block one more time. Gotcha, there it is. Love to see it. Let's score some points already, huh? Whew. Close. One more, though. Damn you, Pamitha. You're no true Thane. To think that you have the gall to call me sister. Still, after everything you wrought upon us. I hate to break it to you, Tamitha, but I don't think my actions, however much they hurt you, had any effect on our familial status. Look, I know I wronged you. That's why I'm here. You don't know my side of the story. Your side of the story. If I wanted to hear more lies and deceptions, I ought to have asked the Commonwealth to stay my sentence for a while. Well, if you've come all this way to face me, Pamitha, then come and do it. You and me. You think that you would see Pamitha shake her head. Everyone, stay back. Okay. Prevail over Tamitha.
What is it those two think they're doing?
I'll try.
The rights are not the place to settle petty scores.
Are you sure? Because I just pettily scored.
The you-know-who prevailed. 'Twas as though the scribes themselves stood by their side.
This is a fun game.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
You Commonwealth filth. Only through that traitor's help could you have beaten us. You postpone the coming of our liberty, but we are ever patient, and our sisters on the other side shall have their day, with or without my aid. Tamitha, wait, please. You found good company there, Pamitha. May you wither here with them. I hope sincerely we shan't ever meet again. Pamitha stands motionless as her blood sister departs. Hey, she's gone. The rest of us are headed back. What about you? Sure. I don't see why not.
The 8 scribes bless us with their way.
Hey, did you get to a rank? You did! I used to think the scribes were just the stuff of stories, but all of this really is their doing, isn't it? Okay. While bearing the orb, Hedwyn and his allies move with and past the orb more quickly. Hedwyn and his allies may instantly return banished allies by moving to where they fell. Interesting. Yeah, I kind of do feel like committing to a tree. I assume we have the power to reset this at some point, or even if we don't, that's fine. Let's commit to a tree. I do like... Yeah, let's get that one.
Witness the rites firsthand and be inspired.
Almost to rank 2. Very close.
Until the next rite.
Ooh. New item. After thwarting the essence with ease, which was, for the record, a triumvirate of winged harps harboring a deep hatred for the Commonwealth, led by the harp Timothy Thane, you and the others return to your wagon to consider your next move, and how best to integrate Pamitha into the group. Don't worry, I won't be staying any longer than it takes. I like my air fresh, so I can sleep up on the roof. I trust the rites will cause my path and Tamitha's to cross again before long. Guess I appreciate that the words glow if I've not, highlighted and read them before, just to catch the ones that I didn't realize I missed. Tamitha's one of the winged harps of the High Wing Remnants, now bound to exile. You're welcome with us for now, Pamitha. Trust is what got us here. Isn't that right, Rookie? But Rookie does not seem to hear the question. He's been rather quiet since first encountering your new guest. Pamitha shoots him one of her smiles. She's an outcast of the winged High Wing Remnants, the Commonwealth's hated enemies. He stammers something about having to check the wagon wheels again. He runs off. During this discussion, the minstrel pulls you aside. Reader, I ask a moment of your time outside. There's somewhere I may ask to go, here in Black Basin, Reader. By your leave, of course, and provided that the stars allow it. Would you look upon them for us, please? Sure. Although, Mr. Minstrel, you will have to wait until next week for me to pick the star we're going to. It's the pink one, but you'll still have to wait. Thank you all very much for watching. I'm going to give my voice a rest, and I will see you all on Monday for some more Pyre. Take care. Goodbye.